Hi, my name is Ava. I'm going to be teaching a beginner mat class. Today's class is going to be concentrated on finding your form and how to get deeper into exercises. So it will be pretty simple in the movements, and I'll explain a lot to help guide you through and find out what best works for you in your Pilates journey. And that being said, let's get started. We'll start lying on our backs, and we're going to find neutral spine. So once you're lying on your back, your knees are bent, legs are hip width apart. That's if you take your fist and put it in between your knees, that's your hip width apart. So you're going off of your inner hip bones, not your outer hips. Same for the feet. You don't want them too wide or too close, just about hip width apart. And then as you're laying on your back, make a triangle with your hands. That means the thumb and the index fingers or the pointer fingers come together like this to make a little triangle. You're going to place that triangle onto your pelvis. And I want you to see if you can start to make the triangle tuck and release. So that means I'm going to pull my core in, pull my belly button down towards my spine, and I'm going to see my fingertips start to tilt up towards the ceiling. My thumbs will start to go down towards the floor. So that's tucked, or you're flexing, so you're tucking under. And then we're going to release it the exact opposite way. You're going to release down into an extension. So that means the 8 fingers, or the 4 and 4, start to point down towards the floor. You're going to feel your spine lift up off the mat, so there's a nice space there, and now you're in an arched back. So you're going to go from tuck to arch, or from flexion to extension. On the inhale, I want you to tuck, and on the exhale, I just want you to go the other way. So just one extreme to the other, so you can really feel your hands moving back and forth, kind of like a seesaw teetering back and forth, fingertips to thumbs. Let's do about 3 more, just tucking and releasing. And 2. And now we're going to try and split the difference and find a really nice flat line or neutral spine. So that means my fingertips and thumbs are on the same parallel floor. I don't want one to be higher than the other. And that should create a little natural space in the lower back. The core is pulled in, so you're not pressing the whole back down, and it's not a huge arch. It's a nice in-between positioning. Good. Once you find that, keep your hands right where they are, and bring the left leg to tabletop. So pull the core in, allow your abdominal wall to help lift the left leg to tabletop. That's a 90-degree bend. Knees over hips, shins parallel to the floor. And then you're going to lower down. Just tap the floor and lift for 5. Doing your best to keep your pelvis completely still. 4, you don't want those fingertips to tilt or tuck. They're saying 1 flat line. 3 more. And 2, inhale down, exhale up. Last one, placing the foot down, and we'll switch sides. Bring the right leg to tabletop, find that nice 90-degree bend, and then inhale down, exhale up. It's allowing the lower abdominal wall to wake up. It's your lower abs that are controlling those legs going up and down. 3 more. Inhale down, exhale up, and 2. And last one. Feet down. Arms will come down by your side, palms facing down. You want to try and keep that neutral spine, so you don't want to turn into an arch or a tuck. You're going to bring both legs to tabletop. And similar movement, but now one leg stays in tabletop. So I'll keep my right leg in tabletop as I lower the left leg down and lift it up for 5, keeping that neutral spine. If you're not sure, you can always go back and check 4 more that your fingertips aren't tucked or lowering. 3, 2, and then other side. Bring the left leg up and lower the right leg down. Inhale down, exhale up for 5, 4, forgot which leg we were doing, and 3, and 2, and then lift the legs up to tabletop. Do your best to keep that neutral spine. We're going to try and lower both legs down. We're just going to do 3 of these. Inhale down and exhale up for 3. Maybe you make it about halfway down. If that feels like your max, that's where you stop. 1 more. Inhale down and exhale up. Good. Placing the feet down. Allow the knees to drop to the left and the head to go to the right. Get a little twist in your body. And then twist it the other way. Notice how that twist feels. Good. Bring the legs back to tabletop. Return to that neutral spine and allow your arms to go out to the sides. Your palms are facing up. You're going to do your best to keep your knees over your hips and you're going to allow your waistline to twist. So my legs are staying glued together as I inhale and I twist over to the left. My right shoulder stays down, and then I come center. One side and then the other. Inhale, side, exhale, center. Testing your limits to see how far you can go without those shoulders lifting up. Maybe it's a really big twist. Maybe it's a smaller twist. 3 more. Inhale, side, exhale, center. And 2. And center. Last one. Inhale, side, and exhale, center. Placing the feet down. The hands will come behind the head. With the hands behind your head, take a big inhale. Find that neutral spine. Legs are hip width apart. We're going into chest lift. The shoulders are going to lift up off the mat. That happens because the ribs are knitting in. You're pulling your core in towards your spine, almost trying to get your belly button into the mat, and that's going to peel the shoulders up off the mat. And then lower down for 10. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. 9 more. Exhale up. And inhale down. Check back in with your neutral spine. Have you started to tuck the pelvis under? I want you to try and keep that nice neutral spine even though the shoulders are lifting up. Let's do 5 more. Exhale up and inhale down. 3 more. Exhale up. Inhale down. Last 2. Exhale up. Inhale down. You got 1 more left here. Exhale up and inhale down. Good. Bring the legs to tabletop. Keep that neutral spine. You're going to exhale into your chest lift, and you're going to stay up in that chest lift. Make sure the knees are over your hips. Exhale into your chest lift. Good. Keep the neutral spine. Make sure your pelvis isn't tucking or arching. Now, I want you to do those leg lifts that you did earlier. You're going to lower the left leg down and lift it up. And then the right leg. And up. 5 sets. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Keep that chest lift. Lift those shoulders up 1 more inch. 3 more sets. Just alternating sides. 2 more sets. Inhale down. Exhale up. 1 more. Inhale down. Exhale up. Last side. Inhale down. Exhale up. And release the body down. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. And the legs will return back to tabletop. We're going to keep with the core work. Find the neutral spine. That means those fingertips, if you need to go back and recheck that you're on one flat plane with that lower back. Now, instead of the hands behind your head, I want you to lift your arms up towards the ceiling. Send energy out of your fingertips because the energy has to go somewhere. If it doesn't go out of your fingertips, it's going to creep right into your neck. On the exhales, you lower your arms, lift your shoulders up off the mat, and then down for 5. Exhale up. And inhale down. 4. Exhale up. And inhale down. 3. Exhale up. Seeing how this feels for your body. 2 more. Exhale up. And inhale down. Good. Come down for a little rest. We're going to go back up there. We're going to stay up there for a pretty long time. We're going into hundreds. That means you'll be in your chest lift and those arms are going to be pumping up and down. If tabletop is getting too tiring for your back, feel free to place those feet back down. Nice bent knees, feet flat, legs hip width apart. And you'll exhale into your chest lift and you'll do your hundreds in this position. But if you can, bring those legs into tabletop. Arms up towards the ceiling. Choose your leg option. Take a big inhale. Exhale into your chest lift. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, try to come up a little bit higher. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring it up even more. Keep the neutral spine and begin to pump the arms up and down. Breathe in for 5 and exhale. You're breathing in for 5 pumps and exhaling for 5 pumps. You're at 20. In for 5 and exhale. 30. Just keep those arms pumping. And exhale. 40. Lift those shoulders nice and high up off the mat. 50. Inhale for 5. Exhale. 60. Are you in a tabletop? Are your knees over your hips? 80. Inhale for 5. Exhale. 90. Lift those shoulders up 1 more inch. Inhale for 5. And exhale 100. Releasing down. Bring your knees into your chest. Little circles with the legs for 3 and 2. And then just circle the other way for 3 and 2, and then you'll place the feet back down. Feet are planted, legs are again hip width apart, that's that fist distance apart. Spread the toes nice and wide and really plant them down into the floor, digging the heels down. Arms are down by your side. That tuck that we played with when we were finding neutral spine, I want you to find it again. So now you're going to tuck the pelvis under, scoop the booty. Good. Keep peeling those tailbones under so much that the pelvis starts to lift up for pelvic lift. You roll up as high as you can without the back arching. Don't push up so high that your ribs open and your back arches. Try to keep that tuck and then roll it down. You have 5. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tuck and peel the spine up. Articulate 1 vertebrae at a time up off that mat. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll it down just as slow and controlled. 1 vertebrae at a time back down into the mat, making sure you return back to neutral spine every time. Let's do 2 more. Rolling up and down. This last one you're going to roll up and you're going to stay there. Take a big inhale. Exhale, tuck and peel the spine up. Good. Stay up there. Take an inhale. Exhale, tuck a little bit more. Press even higher and now just pulse the booty up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll it down 1 vertebrae at a time. Once you're back to neutral spine, walk your feet all the way together until your heels touch. I'm going to allow my knees and my toes to open into a Pilates V. That's a 45-degree opening. You don't want to open all the way out to the sides, just about the upper corners of your room. With the feet firmly planted, heels digging down, toes are spreading wide. Same 5 pelvic lifts. Keep the external rotation. Tuck the pelvis. Peel the spine up. Maybe you can push up a little bit higher because you have some openness in the hips to be able to push that pubic bone all the way up. And 4. Rolling up, keeping the tuck. And down. 3 more. Exhale up. Inhale at the top. And exhale down. Last 2. We're going to keep this last one up there. Take a big inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tuck and roll up. Take an inhale. Exhale, tuck a little bit more, lift a little bit higher, and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll it down. Once you're back in neutral, bring those legs back to parallel. Again, still hip width apart again. Now, I want you to allow your knees to fall in. So you're going to be standing pigeon-toed, which means your big toes angle towards each other and your knees come together. So you're in this position right here. So you're kind of turned in like that. Feet are planted. Knees are squeezing together. Let those inner thighs fire up a little bit. Actively press the knees together as you tuck and you roll up again. Last set, up and down. You might notice this internal rotation with those knees squeezing. Your pelvic lift might not be as high. 4 more, that's okay. You're squeezing those knees together and you're pressing as high as your body allows. 2 more. Good. The next time you go up, you're going to be staying up there. Take a big inhale. Exhale, tuck and roll up. Take another inhale. Exhale, tuck, lift a little higher. Squeeze those knees together and pump. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll it down 1 vertebrae at a time. Once you return to neutral, parallel the legs to hip width apart. You'll bring your left leg into your chest and hold behind your left thigh. Once you're holding behind your left thigh, flex the left foot and straighten that leg up towards the ceiling as straight as you can go. Really dig the heels away, bring the toes back towards your face, and take 10 counts here. If this feels great and wonderful and you want something a little bit harder, we are going to make it harder anyway, but if you want, you can walk up to your calves or the ankles, or even flex the feet and hold onto the toes. If you're very flexible, start walking that right foot out a little bit. It can go all the way out straight, or it can stay slightly bent. Choose where you feel best. Let's take about 3 more counts here. And 2. Keep your right hand on your leg, whether that's behind your thigh or wherever you're holding. Left arm goes down and let your leg cross your body a little bit. For 10. 9, keep flexing the foot. 8, 7, dig the heel away. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come through center, switch hands, right arm down so you don't fall over to the side. Let the leg open out to the left for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come back through center and bend the knee, placing the foot flat. We'll do the other side. Bring your right thigh in, hold behind your right thigh, flex your right foot, send your right leg up towards the ceiling, see where your flexibility's at. Might be more or less on this side. Maybe you're a little bit more flexible and you want to hold higher up or the ankles or straighten the legs all the way out. Whatever feels best for this side. Take 10 counts in the center. And 9, 8, flexing those feet. 7, dig the heel away. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, left hand stays on the leg, right arm down, let your leg cross your body a little bit for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come through center, off to the right for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it in. Place your feet down. Hold on to your thighs, walk yourselves up, and come up to a seated position. Once you're up and seated, we're going to sit with our legs crossed. So you can choose either leg to cross in front first. It doesn't matter which one you want to choose. This is actually an upper body and a shoulders and a back and an arm exercise. It's going to feel easy and then it starts to really burn after a while. If when you're sitting up nice and straight, you find that this is a hard position for you to sit with your legs crossed, feel free to grab a pillow or a block or even a couple pillows to lift your pelvis higher up so that it's easier to sit flat. So if you have a pillow, grab it and place it underneath your booty and you're just going to have a seat like this. Right now my left leg is crossed in front. You can choose either side first. You're going to take your hands, interlace your fingertips. You're going to straighten the arms by flipping the fingertips around and then bring those arms up over your head. Ideally, those arms are nice and straight. If there's a little bend in the elbow, that's totally fine. But I want you to do your best to keep those arms as straight as you can and the shoulders are out of your ears. Good. Press the hands towards the ceiling, keeping the shoulders down. And we're just going to hold it here for 10 counts. While you're sitting here, make sure that you're not starting to look down or round down. Keep the chest open, keep the eye line up. Let's take about 5 more counts here. And 4, 3, 2, your arms are going to stay exactly where they are. They never move. Send your left leg forward. So if your left leg is crossed in front, that's the leg that goes forward and the right leg stays tucked in. If it's the other leg, that's totally fine. You're going to take 10 counts here. Check back in with the shoulders if the arms are nice and straight and up towards the ceiling and the shoulders are out of the ears for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, keep breathing, 3, 2, and now you're going to bring the left leg in. You're going to bring the bottoms of the feet together and you're going to sit in this little butterfly position. 10 more counts for 10, 9, shoulders and back should start to feel warm, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, we're going to start from the beginning. So now if your left leg was crossed in front, you're going to cross your right leg in front. Keep those arms up there. Sit up nice and straight. Straighten those arms up towards the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, shoulders down, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, straighten your right leg out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 is almost over, 5, 4, 3, 2, bring it into the butterfly, arms up for 10, 9, 8, 7, reach those arms, 6, it's the last 5, make it count, 4, 3, 2, and release. Good. Hold on to your feet, lean it forward, allow that upper back to stretch and take 5 big inhales and exhales. And 4, and 3, and 2, and then roll on up. Good. Once you're up and seated, we're going to bring this down onto our left-hand side for sideline glutes. Once you're lying down, it's kind of up to you what feels best for your lying down position. I tend to put my hand underneath my head for support, or I'll lie all the way down. Maybe that pillow, if you're using that to sit on, you can put it underneath your head as well. I'm going to support my head and neck. Knees tuck in at a 90-degree bend. Again, knees in front of your hips, hips below your shoulders. The left side, since I'm laying on my left-hand side, don't let the left side be completely flat and pressing into the mat. I want you to pull your core in and create a nice little space. You should be able to fit a couple fingertips underneath your left side so that your core stays engaged. The right leg is bent. You're going to lift the right leg up, fire hydrants, and then you lower down. Pretend your right knee is a pen and you're drawing a line up towards the ceiling and then lowering it down. When you draw that line, don't draw it so big that you roll the hips back and those knees go all the way up, because then you're out of alignment. You want the hips to stay stacked and that space on that left side. Let's do 5 more. Lift and lower. 4. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. 3 and 2. And now you're going to lift about halfway up from what you were doing. That kneecap is still a pen. Draw a circle. Go down around inner thighs touch and then up and over for 10. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. 9. Make it a nice round circle. 8. So don't favor one side of the circle where you go into an oval and you go all the way up. 7. Hips stay stacked. 6. 5. 4. Check in with that supporting side. 3. That it hasn't collapsed down. 2. And then you just circle the other way, reverse for 10. Exhale as you lift up and over. 9. Ever so often, maybe put a fingertip underneath your left side. 8. Have you collapsed down. 7. Or is your core still nice and strong? 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Get that last one in. And then place the legs down. Keeping the heels together, you're going to lift the heels nice and high. Clam shells. Your heels stay exactly where they are as you open and close for 10. Exhale as you open, inhale as you close. Check in with the left side that it's not collapsing. 7 more. Check in with the right side that you're not rolling the hips back. You got 6 left. Keep going. 5. Gonna hold that last one open. 4. 3. 2. The next time you open, you're going to keep those thighs open. Good. Now just pulse. Little opens. 10, 9. Lift those heels higher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. Roll onto your back and let's stretch that right side out. Once you're on your back, take your right ankle, cross it over your left knee. If you feel a stretch here, go ahead and stay here, flexing that right foot. If you need something a little bit deeper, you're going to grab onto your left thigh and begin to bring it in towards your chest. Take 10 counts here, allowing those hips to open up. And 9, 8, 7. Maybe bring the leg a little bit closer. 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, and release. Good. Let's go for the other side. Walk yourselves up. And we'll lay down on the right hand side. Whatever you did on the left, try to match sides. So since I was supporting my head and neck, I'm going to go to the same position on this side. I'm tucking my knees in a 90-degree bend, and I'm making sure there's a couple inches, not even inches, a couple centimeters, that I can fit my fingertips underneath my right side. So I'm not collapsing down. I'm keeping my waistline nice and engaged. Open for fire hydrants. You exhale as you open. You inhale as you close for 10. Open and close. 9, 8, 7, and 6, 5, making sure that the hips are staying stacked. 4, that you're not rolling the left hip back. 3, 2, you're going to open about halfway from what you were just doing, and now that kneecap is a pen, draw a circle for 10. All the way down. The inner thighs have to touch at the bottom of that circle. 9. Exhale as you lift. 8. 7. 6. And 5. 4. And 3. 2. And 1. Good. Pause. Go the other way. Reverse it for 10. Try to get them all in. 9 so you're even. 8. 7, 6, nice round circles. 5, go slow. 4, 3, 2. Good, finish that last one off, and then stack the legs for your clam shells. Heels are glued together, lift the heels nice and high. Don't let the hips roll back, check back in with that waistline, and you're gonna open and close for 10. Exhales, you open, inhales, you close. 9. Good, and don't worry about how much you're opening. 8, ideally you're opening those legs nice and wide. 7, but I don't want you to sacrifice placement. 6, so if it's a little open, that is fine. 5, if it's a big opening. 4, well done. 3, 2, you're gonna open and hold, and little pulses open. 10, lift those heels up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Roll onto your back, and we'll stretch this side out. Once you're on your back, left ankle over the right knee. If that feels like a stretch, stay there. Make sure your foot is flexed. If you'd like deeper, hold onto that right thigh and begin to bring it in towards your chest. Keep flexing the left foot for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Good. Place your feet down and walk yourselves up. We're going to flip this over onto our stomachs for a little bit of a plank. With planks, I love to have a tripod for my hand positioning, just for my shoulders. I find that it's an easier position for my shoulders. A tripod would look like this. If you need something that's a little bit more challenging or you want to work on shoulder stability, you can release those hands and have them nice and parallel as well. That's going to make you have to really work the lats and the upper back to hold your arms in positioning. So you'll place your forearms onto your mat, whether you're in a tripod or 2 parallel arms. And then, since it's a beginning class, we're going to stay on our knees. So I want you to start walking those knees back until your body is nice and flat. That means that your head and your eye line is looking at your hands or in between your hands, and you're not dropping your chin into your chest. Same with the booty. I don't want the booty to be piked up towards the ceiling or dropping all the way down towards the mat. It's a nice flat board of a body. If you want, you can even lift the toes up and really have those knees bent. For those of you who are a little bit more advanced, who maybe want a bigger challenge, you can tuck the toes under, lift the knees up, and then you're in a full plank. It's a lot harder. It's going to have to use your core so that you don't go into your lower back. Knees down if you're new, or even lift the feet up. We're just holding it here. We're here for a minute. Your clock is started, and you're just staying here and breathing. Nice inhales and exhales. Keep checking in with the eye line. Don't let the head drop down. Don't let the back arch. Don't let the booty pike up. You want everything to be nice and flat and engaged. Shoulders are out of your ears. Good. Nice slow inhales and exhales. You have about 30 seconds left. You're just holding and breathing. Core is pulled in, so your abdominal wall is working to stabilize everything. And again, if those feet up doesn't feel good, you can also have the feet down. You can tuck the toes. You can have them extended. I like my toes tucked personally. Good. Check back in with the lower back. Don't let it start to arch. Let's take about 15 more seconds here. Check in with your eye line. That you're not going into protection mode. Lift those eyes up. You got 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Press back onto your heels. Open those knees nice and wide and allow your body to fall in between your thighs. Reach those hands away. Make it a nice active rest position, which is kind of, that doesn't make sense. You're going to sink your booty back as you're reaching your arms away so you have an active stretch while you're resting. Let's take 5 breaths. And 4, 3, 2, and then roll it up. We're going to stay laying prone or going face down just to get a little bit of back extension. I want you to send your legs out below you, and you're looking down at the floor. Place your left hand down so that you can place your face onto your hands. I'm going to look to the right since my left hand is down. All I'm going to do is bend my right knee, take my right hand, which is free, and grab onto my right ankle just to stretch out my hip flexors and my quads for a second. Take 5 big inhales and exhales. Try to press your pubic bone down as you bend that knee. And 4, 3, 2, and then release and do the other side. Pressing the pubic bone down as you bend the knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Slide the hands just underneath the shoulders so they're in alignment with the shoulders. The legs ideally are hip width apart. If you need to have them wider for back issues, that's fine. If you really want to, glue those legs together, heels together, toes apart, way harder. I like to split the difference and do hip width apart. Flat hands, squeeze your shoulder blades down together so your shoulders are out of your ears. Begin to press down and start to lift the body up. And then lower down. On the inhale, inflate the lungs and lift. Press the tops of the feet down into the mat and down. Let's do 2 more. Pressing up. Actively press the tops of your feet down into the mat for now. Last one. Lift and lower. Good. Now we're going to add the legs. So as I press down, I'm going to lift my thighs up off of the mat. So my feet and everything lifts up. My whole back side of my body is engaged. Maybe I don't lift as high in the upper back so that I can lift both my legs and upper body. Let's do 4 more. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. And 2. Last one like this. Lift and lower. Good. We're going to do 1 more set. We're going to take the hands away. Put them right by your ears. Take a nice inhale. Lift up and lower down. For 5. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 4. Everything up and everything down. Make sure you're not just lifting your face. You don't want to just lift the head. It's the whole body up and down. Last one like this. Take a big inhale. Lift it up. Hold it up there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release down. Again, pressing up. Bring your knees in for child's pose or rest position. Super wide knees, feet together. Send those arms out. Stretch and take 5 breaths. And 4, 3, 2, and roll on up. You guys are done. Thank you so much for working out with me today, and I look forward to seeing you on the mat soon again, and have a fabulous day. Bye.